So in this series of videos, we're going to discuss how we can measure pressure using different types of instruments and transducers. All right. So the American Society of Mechanical Engineers has come up with a standard called on pressure measurement that was updated in 2010. The standard is available to help you to correctly determine the proper ways to take pressure measurements. We're going to go through some basics of pressure measurement concepts and different instruments that are used to measure pressure over the next series of videos. So first we're going to do some simple definitions and define some common pressures that you should be aware of. First, the definition of pressure. Pressure is defined as an applied force over a given area. So typically, the applied force is due to a liquid or a gas. Pushing against some solid surface. So in a pure vacuum, the absolute pressure caused by the gas would be zero. Um, and then at standard temperature and pressure, the atmospheric pressure is around 101.3 kilopascals or 14.7 psi, or a little bit over 1.01, a little bit over 1 bar. Right now, a lot of times, what most people measure, or we're interested in the relative pressure of a system with respect to atmospheric pressure, and that's referred to as the gauge pressure. All right. So, um, and then what's often a measurement that's often used instead of reporting pressure. A lot of times, sometimes pressure is referred to in terms of is referred to as head, which is just the height of a fluid relative that is needed to create that pressure, and you can define it as it's the change in pressure or the gauge pressure divided by the specific weight of the fluid. All right, um, so for 1 atmosphere of pressure, um, sometimes the pressure is referred to in terms of head, and you can be in millimeters of mercury is a common thing. So a millimeter of mercury is the same thing as a torr or a torricelli, and then uh, it can also be done in terms of water or in terms of um, uh, inches or millimeters. Okay, so typically mercury is used because it has a higher specific weight, so it's more sensitive. It doesn't change height as much as water would for a change in pressure. So it's more convenient to use than it would be to use the same amount of water. The specific weights of mercury and water are provided here. Right? And then we'll use these concepts of head and pressure when we're talking about different pressure reference instruments that are used to measure pressure in different environments.